So I want to reach out to new brand owners or new professionals that have just taken a new spot with a brand, or just brands that are really undergoing some new expansion. There's some things that I've realized you really have to know while you're expanding, and some ways that you can cut off some serious hurdles that can come back to bite you after the fact. For one, it is a huge opportunity if you can get a major nationwide retailer to carry your products. And one of the things that I've learned with these is a lot of these retailers do one of two things. Either one, you could have serious issues with their buyers if you're not able to uphold your MAP pricing on the third party marketplaces. And obviously, it's really easy for them to see. And if you're not holding your map, someone's going to stand at their customer service counter saying, "Hey, I just found this $38 product for $22. Will you price match me?" That doesn't go well for you, especially as you're expanding. You're a new product. They're testing you on the shelves to see how well you do, both in a retail and sales capacity, but also in the way that your company operates and fulfills. Another thing that a lot of big retailers require of newer brands especially is to work with the distributor for fulfillment. And in working with distributors, you now have opened yourself up to something called distribution leakage. It is a, kind of a catch-22 type scenario. Without working with these distributors, you can't expand your business to the level that you need to be able to fulfill the needs of inventory and distribution that these huge retailers have. The challenge is that now these distributors have access to your products in your catalog, and many of them already have really good connections for your products to be able to sell them to third-party sellers that are going to turn around and market these products online. They're able to buy these products from your distribution chain at wholesale, and in doing that, that's going to open up to an influx of unauthorized sellers that you're going to have to combat on the marketplaces. There's no other way to do it if you're tied to having to use these guys in distribution. Now, if you're not using distributors, but you're still dealing with nationwide retailers, we're also seeing a huge influx of brands that are having a ton of sellers. And some of them I've seen crazy theories like we think people are stealing them off the shelves, and I'm wondering how they're stealing, thousands of units per day off the shelves. Obviously, that's not what's taking place. But what happens the bigger you get is, one, there's always going to be a certain degree of shrink, whether it's at the retail level or in the back of the store, whatever else. But you're also dealing with other things that come up, such as liquidation or sales or different things like that, to where it can cause large quantities of your inventory to hit the market at a discount price. Whenever you're a newer brand that's getting ready to make a big expansion, or if you fall into any of those categories that I outlined before, you always want to make sure that you have a safety net in place on Amazon, on eBay, on Walmart.com, on these marketplaces, to make sure that as these new sellers that are not authorized to sell your product come in, especially the ones getting it with enough of a margin to sell it below MAP and to steal your sales, on those marketplaces, you need to have the right tools and systems in place to be able to combat those and keep your MAP price and your sales where they need to be on the marketplace.